You are looking for the best version of Nautica Voyage. I know it can be confusing with all the flankers, but I'm going to narrow it down to the top 3 with 2 honorable mentions that didn't make the list, and I'm going to say exactly why. Quick and concise, I'm not going to waste your time, so let's get after it. So to start off this list, we get number 5, the first honorable mention, Nautica Voyage Sport. I think that this one is absolutely redundant. You do not need it. It is too expensive for what it has to offer. This line does not need a sports flanker because all of these fragrances are good for sports or the gym. Although I usually like sports flankers, the performance is absolutely horrible. It lasted on my skin between 30 minutes to an hour at the tops. Around the 30-minute mark, it became a skin scent. So the performance is bad, it's too expensive, and it's redundant. But the smell is okay. It's very citrusy and aromatic. Coming in with the 4th spot, Nautica Voyage Midnight. This was another one I thought I would be impressed by because it's supposed to be another blue fragrance. It's kind of an entry point to blue fragrances because it's very cheap, it's affordable. However, I was not too impressed with it. I think it's worth just paying a little bit more and getting Prada Luna Carbon, Versace Dylan Blue, something in that category, or just a Dior Sauvage. The performance here is not too good. It lasted maybe 3 to 5 hours at the most. After the first hour, it became a little bit more of a skin scent on my skin, and I just generally do not think it's unique enough to recommend. So that's why it comes in at number 4 in the second honorable mention. Oh, we've done it now. We made it to the final 3, the only 3 that you should consider getting. And I think you could actually pick up all 3 of these if you wanted because they're kind of different from each other and I think they're suitable for different occasions. I'm gonna go more in depth on these fragrances by spraying them on my skin and telling you what notes I can actually pick up so it can kind of make your decision easier. Coming in at number 3, we got Nautica Voyage N83. This one drew me in with its stupendous looks. However, I gotta say its personality was not good. Just like an Instagram influencer, it's as to be expected. Looks can be deceiving. This one has a little bit more of a darker liquid, and I thought from the presentation it would be a little bit different. However, when I spray this on my skin, ooh, it's definitely suitable for top 3, but it's nothing special. I think that it's versatile because it's not too far in any direction. It goes right down the middle. Of the 3, this is the most musky by far. However, it is also a little bit more lavender heavy and definitely a lot of that salty aquatic on top. The top notes of this fragrance are C notes, spicy mint, and petitgrain. The middle notes, lavender, cardamom, and nutmeg. The base notes, musk, sandalwood, and cedar. You're not really getting anything unique. It doesn't draw me into an immediate you must buy this. However, I think that it is versatile in the fact that it is very neutral of a fragrance. So if I was to rate Nautica Voyage N83, I'm gonna give it like a, I don't know, like a 6.5, which is still good. Don't get me wrong, if you can find this for a good price. This is actually the most expensive of the 3 on the list that I'm gonna mention, so keep that in mind as well. On Amazon, this was $42 Canadian, but on my discounter, they get me with the hookup fragrance buy, $26. Still coming in at the most expensive of the top 3. Oh, we're getting so close to that number 1 spot, I can taste it. It tastes like cucumber. Nautica Voyage Heritage gets the 2nd place for me. I think a lot of people could agree with me. Now this one had a little bit of a surprise when I smelt it because I expected it to be a citrus bomb, and it's not. What does it smell like? Hand. Bring me hand. Spray. 1, 2. So with Nautica Voyage Heritage, you're picking up a little bit more of the sweetness from the mint, but it does have a dry down of some of those lavender spicier notes. And I think there's other hidden sweetness and a little bit more citrusy note in here that they do not talk about. But maybe my nose is going bad at my old age of 14. The top notes are mint and rosemary. The middle notes, lavender and ginger. The base notes, sandalwood and gaiac wood. The performance on this one, not good enough. I love the smell, don't get me wrong. If you were to buy this one, definitely go a little bit heavier. 7 sprays. 3 sprays on your neck, 2 on the collar, 1 on each shoulder. Would be good for this one. Projection and sillage are okay at best. I mean, it's to be expected with this whole line. You know, the presentation's not too bad, but it's not the best of them. Definitely deserving of the number 2 spot though. But overall, the smells pretty good. I'm gonna give this one a solid 7.75 out of 10. If this lasted longer and projected a bit farther, this fragrance would be, to me, like a 9.5 out of 10. Coming in at 1st place, I think this one is gonna surprise you. The original Nautica Voyage. I think that this one is just the best of all worlds combined. Smell, performance, price. This is the cheapest of my top 3. It is also the best performing. I actually stayed away from it for quite a while because I just thought it was so overhyped by people like Jeremy Fragrance and other people in the fragrance community. And actually the first video I ever did was on this fragrance right here because I wanted to uncover the truth. I think that it's amazing for what you're actually paying for. They delivered. The notes of this fragrance are as follows. Top notes of apple and green leaves. Middle notes of lotus and mimosa. Base notes of musk, cedar, oak moss, and amber. Now, what of those notes do I smell the most? 1, 2, 3, because it's that good. The note that I'm picking up on the most here is cucumber. No, I'm just kidding. But a lot of people say that this one smells like a salty cucumber. Sometimes I think that it smells like a salty cucumber, like people say. Other times I'm getting hints of the green leaf, small hints of musk, and a little bit of woodsy green. But the one problem that it has with this fragrance, I'll tell you. 78,000 people have rated this fragrance on Amazon, which makes it the highest reviewed fragrance on Amazon. It's also one of the most popular men's fragrances due to its price point, versatility, and overall likability. So you will not smell unique with this fragrance, but it is the best because I gave it an overall rating 9 out of 10. I picked this one up, I think, for like between $19 and $22 Canadian, but on Amazon it's like $40. So always go to the discounters if you're gonna buy any fragrance. Don't buy on Amazon. I don't know why people do that anymore. Now, I'm not done. I need to mention that all of these fragrances can be used for different occasions. If you were to go with versatility, you want something that's gonna perform in all types of occasions and it's gonna be high factor of likability, go with this one. I think that Nautica Voyage Heritage is the best one for going to the beach or a pool bar or something that you want to be kind of noticed a little bit more. However, the performance is not the best on that one. N83, in my opinion, is the best of these that will last you in the nighttime. This one is almost more suited for the nighttime, in my opinion. In terms of what gender these are suited for, I think that if you're looking for the most unisex option, go with the original Nautica Voyage. If you want the most masculine smelling of the group, go with the Heritage because of the spicier notes. It's gonna come across a little tinge bit more masculine. If you pick up Nautica Voyage first, you're gonna be hooked, and then you're gonna want these three that I mentioned. You can pick up all three of these for like less than a designer fragrance. Now, in terms of longevity, you get around 3 hours out of this one, 3 to 5 hours out of N83, and 5 to 7 hours out of Nautica Voyage Original. If you're only to get one, go with Nautica Voyage. If I haven't covered everything, please leave in the comments. Do you agree with my decisions? Also leave that in the comments below. If you want to see the full Nautica Voyage review, the link will be in the description. But if you're looking just for summer fragrances that are considered cheap, click this review right here because you will not be disappointed. I'll see you over there. Stay fresh. Thanks for watching.